when I see an atheist meme, I can't help myself. I just start picking it apart in my head as how their meme is philosophically inconsistent with their view that there is no God. And before you say atheists just believe or have a lack of belief rather in God, bear in mind your memes are mocking the idea of the existence of God. So there, in and of itself, no atheist memes are consistent with that position. No atheist memes are consistent with the position that atheism is just a lack of belief in God. Nonetheless, we're going to get into how atheist memes ultimately reflect that God exists, that atheism is refuted then within atheist memes. I'm going to pull these memes up here on my phone. I'll have them shown here. Let's go. Surely God cannot prevent evil and destruction, nor can God save anything in the name of God. So, y'all see the problem with this, right? The idea of evil. What did Richard Dawkins say? The universe is exactly how we would expect it would be if at bottom there is no good, there is no evil. So there's a huge disconnect between atheist philosophers and academics and those who make memes about atheism, who are often in their teens, maybe early 20s. I don't know. I'm just guessing. That was when my atheism phase was. So they're showing that there is a moral ought, right? There is a moral ought that buildings shouldn't be destroyed, right? In this case, a religious building. So they're assuming that there's some moral ought, and so then if God exists, then this wouldn't occur. Yet they're reflecting that evil truly exists. The religious sense of evil, an ultimate evil, that evil isn't just something that's a matter of opinion, that it's a matter of fact. How do you get there? What's your empirical method to prove that evil is truly something which exists? Not just something that humans don't like, not just something that one individual or a group of individuals don't like. What's your empirical method to show that universally there's this concept of evil we all subscribe to? It can be empirically proven rationally and logically. Until such a time as that can be provided, this meme refutes atheism by its acknowledgement of evil as an absolute. Next meme. The prayer doesn't do anything because God isn't real starter kit. And this one will show a few different a few different churches, I believe, being destroyed. Again, reflecting a moral ought, reflecting that there is a belief that there is truly good, there's truly evil, that destruction isn't somehow evil and should not exist at all. Again, refuting atheism. They're assuming moral oughts. They are acknowledging moral oughts as a universal. Again, until such time as they can empirically prove that, logically, consistently, consistent with the belief that there is no God, consistent with the view that we are merely the descendants of bacteria. Well, this meme is again refuting atheism, right? And this one. God is omnipotent, omniscient, and controls everything. Unless something bad happens, then that was Satan. And we see the problem again. They're presuming moral oughts truly exist. Bad things. Bad. What's that mean? Okay, so if we're the descendants of bacteria, all we're saying when we're saying bad is things that the descendants of bacteria do not like to occur to them. Okay, so if you step on an ant, are you evil? Okay, if not, then why are you evil for doing something bad to a human? You're just doing something to the descendants of bacteria, just like in the case where you're stomping on the ant. And in this case, presuming that bad exists as an ultimate concept is then refuting atheism. Next. Religious indoctrination is child abuse. So what are we presuming here? We're presuming that the truth matters. There's actually a number of things going on with this meme, actually, as I was deconstructing this in my mind. So religious indoctrination, what are they referring to? So it looks like a couple with a child, and they're forcing their holiness, they're forcing their halos on him. One, it's a misrepresentation of Christianity. Christianity recognizes that we're all fallen, damaged, we live in a broken world, we need a savior, and Christianity provides us access to bettering ourselves. It can take someone who drank and smoked weed every day and make them so. Child abuse. Abuse is, it's a strong word. What is that kind of indicating? It's kind of indicating that there is a way, again, moral oughts that the parents should follow to ensure that their children have access to only true information and not any information that may potentially challenge them or any information that may potentially ever put them in fear. There's a lot of reasons why this meme is silly. Religious indoctrination. So no matter your perspective, no matter what your worldview is as a parent, you're putting that onto your child. Atheists will raise atheists, although kids who are raised atheists leave atheism way more than kids who are raised Christian leave Christianity. Funny enough. This meme presumes that there is a specific set way that a child should be treated. Maybe presuming some level of human value or human dignity upon the child. The child, a mere descendant of bacteria. The child, someone who they would have been fine with terminating earlier on in their life, right? If it happened before 9 months of pregnancy, right? Most atheists would say, it's not abusive to terminate at 8 or 9 months, but it's abusive to take them to church. So, it's abusive to take them to church years later. It's kind of a silly meme, but it is a common view among atheists. That's kind of why I brought up some of these. A lot of these things you'll see in different ways, but any atheist meme you see, they're doing a number of different things. Why would any of that matter? We're just purposeless, evolved descendants of bacteria. So, Atheist Memes Refute Atheism Volume 1 has been completed. Christ is King. Every knee will bow. Absolutely.